everybody to our mindfulness and relaxation session today. This is our last one before we have a week off, so we're going to be off next week, but you guys can still practice this sort of stuff on your own, and obviously these videos are on YouTube, so maybe you could even like go back to the beginning, go to week 1 and just revisit some of the techniques, the early techniques that we did. And yeah, some of like the working, you know, don't want to call it homework, but like the exercises that I gave you to do outside of these sessions. So yeah, so we'll be back week after next. This week, what we're going to do, if it's okay with you guys, is we will be stopping to share, but I want to try and test ourselves to try and keep some kind of flow going. So rather than maybe, and you are welcome to use the chat box and you are welcome to share at any time you want, but I thought as it's the last week and we've done, I don't know how many weeks we've done now, it might be 6 weeks, possibly 7 weeks, not sure, who knows, a few, something like that. I thought maybe today might be quite a nice test to see if I can just guide you through the exercises, and rather than stopping to share with each other or with us in the chat or journaling or whatever you've been doing, you just try and maybe just notice it in yourself and keep flowing through the session. It might mean that we finish slightly earlier in terms of the exercises or not, we'll see how we get on, and then we can use some time at the end for sharing our experiences. Of course, if you want to or need to, then of course use the chat box at any time. And we'll just see how that works out for us. It's almost, I'm here, I'm still with you, we can still share, but we're just going to see if we can just flow through it and see where that takes us, yeah? And if you do get distracted or you need a little breather or you need a break or whatever, you know, just get up, move around, use the chat box, whatever you need to do. Okay, so this is all about allowing yourself to be as comfortable as you can in the surroundings that you're in. You're coming as you are today, whether you're feeling good, bad, indifferent. There is no expectation to achieve anything today other than just being here and being present with your thoughts, feelings, emotions, the environment around you. You might have things going on outside, you might have things going on in your house, it might be completely still and peaceful. Whatever your circumstances, we're going to work with that, and it's all going to work to create your experience today. Okay, so we're going to start off. I'm going to open my chat box in case anyone does want to say or needs to say anything. Just make that a little bit smaller. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start off with our mindful breathing, checking in with our bodies, checking in with our thoughts, feelings, emotions, and I will take us right through to our internal weather. So just go with the flow of the exercises, go with the flow of the movements and whatever I'm doing, and I'm going to run it more like a class session rather than kind of a workshop this time. Okay. So finding a nice comfortable seat, either on the floor, on your yoga mat, or on a sofa, or sitting in your chair, allowing yourself to be as comfortable as you can be on the surface that you're on. Arms or hands in your lap, and I'm going to invite you to close your eyes if you want to. Try and challenge yourself to keep those eyes closed if you can. So let's start off by connecting with the breath. In through the nose, and breathing out through the mouth or the nose, and just allow yourself to become aware of your breath. Notice the sound of the breath. Temperature of the breath. And the length of your breath. Any thoughts that come into your mind, Acknowledge them, say hello to them, and be friendly and wish them on their way. So like using little balloons, thought balloons, let those little thought balloons just drift off. And then take your attention back to your breath. So you can use those images in your head if you want to, any thoughts that are in your mind, whatever they are, just acknowledge them and then just release them, focusing back on the task, which is connecting with the breath. So we're going to stay with the breath now. I want you to try and take a really long, deep breath in through the nose. And at the top of the breath, you're going to hold it for a couple of seconds, not too long, just a pause. And then you're going to release the breath. And once all the air's gone, just holding again for a couple of seconds. And then breathing in again. Holding at the top of your breath. And then releasing again. And let this be easy. Let this be a nice flow. Try not to force or starve yourself of any oxygen. That's not what we're trying to do here. We're just trying to find very gentle, quiet moments at the top and the bottom of each breath. And you can imagine, if you want to, the top of your breath is the top of your head and the bottom of your breath is the base of your spine. So breathing in and lifting through the body, pausing at the head, breathing out, sending the breath all the way down and pausing at the base of your spine. Just allow that breath to glide up and down your body, finding those 2 moments of stillness at the bottom and the top of your breath. And just notice your jaw, whether it's tight or released, placing your tongue behind your top teeth and just allowing the muscles in the face to relax. Softening the jawline. And maybe you feel that rippling down through your shoulders. Maybe you feel a heaviness down through your arms. And let's just focus on the sounds around us now. Let's notice any sounds coming from outside our room or our house, maybe on the street or in our garden. Maybe you were aware of them before, or maybe you're hearing them for the first time. You're really listening. Noticing any sounds inside your house or inside your room that you're in. And then let's make a connection with ourselves. So either a hand on the stomach or a hand on the chest, or maybe both hands on the chest. It's up to you. Just making that connection with your hands on your skin or your clothes. And just be really mindful of what comes up for you, how you feel, any sensations you notice in your body. And just sit with this for a moment. Perhaps it makes you feel calm and comforted. Maybe it makes you feel uncomfortable. Just becoming aware of any sensations. And you're welcome to keep your hands here now, or you can lower them back in your lap, as we ask ourselves what our internal weather is like today. So if your thoughts, feelings and emotions had a weather forecast, what would it be in this moment? And I'm going to use the singing bowl. So we're going to sound the bowl to mark the start of this minute. And then I'm going to sound the singing bowl to mark the end of the minute. And during that time, just allow your mind, your body, your thoughts to go wherever you feel they're going to go, and ask yourself what your internal weather is like in this moment. Slowly moving your fingers and toes and just making connection back with your breath. Reminding yourself that the weather is always changeable, and that whether the weather is good or bad with you today, however you're feeling, the sky can hold all the weather, and you can hold all these thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And that no weather lasts forever. So if your weather forecast is really beautiful and wonderful, then you should really appreciate those good times. Appreciate that nice feeling while you have it. And know that it will always come back. And maybe you weren't feeling so good today and your weather wasn't so good today. So at times like those, just remind yourself that again, the weather and moods can pass, and the sun comes out, brighter days come. And actually, sometimes what we think of as bad weather, like maybe storm and rain and things like that, is there to help us. Like we need the rain. We need the rain to help water and nurture the ground, the soil, the earth, plants. And we sometimes see that as a bad, negative thing. But sometimes when we're feeling a certain way, maybe we're feeling anxious or uneasy or angry, sometimes that's just trying to tell us something about ourselves. And if we really listen, then we can grow from that and we can learn from it. And we shouldn't fear those bad feelings. We should listen to maybe what they're trying to tell us. So yeah, well done for doing that today, guys. So we'll get a bit of movement into our bodies now. And remembering, if you want to share, anyone that's live today, if you need to get anything out and off your chest, feel free to. We're going to keep the session moving, though. We're going to keep moving with the session, though. So if you can keep it into yourself, great. If you need to get it out, then you do what you need to do, and we'll have some time at the end. Okay, I've already started moving. Let's take our right hand down to the floor. We're going to inhale, take it all the way up to the left. Lovely, Grant. And exhale, take it down. Inhale, up to the right. We're going to move through the body. Keep swaying. Gently allow the body to be free, finding that space. Jenny, I think we've frozen. I'm not sure if you're still with us. Lovely. Oh yes, we're back. Great. So if you were sharing, then just keep, lovely sways going through the body, finding length through each side. And then hold it to one side, and we reach as far over. I'm going to move back a bit. Reach as far over as you can. Twist to look under that arm. And then take it all the way down. We're going to lean forwards and just have a little stretch out of our glutes, our hips, and our thighs. So just try and relax the body down. You can do this if you're seated as well. I'm just going to roll down through the spine. Focus on anywhere that it feels tight, and we just release down to those tight spots, breathing out to those tight spots, sending a message from our brain to anywhere that feels tight and stiff and telling it to relax. Using the breath. And then slowly walking the hands back up. Head's the last thing to come up. And then we go again. We're going to go over to the left this time and exhale down. Inhale up. Lovely gentle sway through the body. Lovely. And we hold it over to the right, reaching up with the left arm, twisting, and coming down. We're going to go the other side. Inhale up, reach, 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 twist, twist, twist. And, oh, do you know what we didn't do? We didn't switch our legs. Sorry, that was silly me. We're going to come down, actually walk the body up, and let's just switch our legs over. That was what we were supposed to do, and I didn't do it. We're just going to stretch it out now. We're going to take the body forwards. This will feel a little bit tighter. So with each out breath, breathing out to where it feels tight, telling that point in your body to relax. Giving your body a message from your brain to say, relax, all is okay, you're feeling a bit tight, but that's all it is. And then slowly walk back up again. Lovely. Okay, let's take the legs out in front. I'm just going to lower my screen down a little bit. There we go. Take the legs out in front and give them a wobble. So if you're sitting on a chair, you can bring your feet to a bent knee position. You're just going to wobble your legs like this. And again, if you're on the floor, wobble, 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 wobble. Use your hands on your thighs to wobble them out. And anyone that did my Pilates session on Tuesday, well, as in yesterday, that feels like a couple of days ago now, we did a lot of work on our legs. So this, I'm not sure if anyone's got achy legs today, but this will be really, really useful to reduce any of that tightness that you might have built up. And that last exercise we just did as well was really good for that. So this is all about self-massage and self-touch, and it releases those lovely feel-good hormones in our body, the oxytocin hormones, which makes us feel really nice and relaxed and good. So if you're feeling anxious or you have any tendencies to feel anxious or stressed or worried, these kind of exercises work against that, because these help put in the good feelings in your body. So yes, we just do all of this as much as we can to feel good. All right, lovely. So now you can really get involved a little bit deeper now. So if you want to use your hands on the side of your body, so in your glutes, right in the side of your glutes, I always find it's a little bit of a sore spot. It's very tight there. Top of our IT band, which is responsible for keeping everything together. But also it can get really tight, and if we don't stretch it or massage it regularly, or I guess, yeah, stretch it out, it can cause us to become inflexible. So anyone that does a lot of running or skating or cycling, this muscle can sometimes get really tight. In fact, it's not a muscle, I think it's, I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure what it's deemed to be, but it's rather large and rather responsible. And if you dig right in there, as if you've got a trouser seam, that's where it is. And if you ever go for a deep tissue massage, or maybe rolling over a foam roller, that's where you really feel it the most. So this just helps with your mobility, helps with range of movement and flexibility. So it's important to give that bit of love and affection. And then we'll come down to our calf muscles. So using your fingers and your thumbs on your shins and your fingers on your calves, and we just take it all the way down. Is Grant going to massage yours, Lucy? Is he going to do yours for you? You're lucky. We've all got to do ours ourselves. And then use the thumbs and really get into the shins, down the side of those muscles on the outside of your legs. And let's show some appreciation and some gratitude for these wonderful legs that we have. And then we move to the other side. So again, finding that tight spot. Mine is so painful today. Oh my goodness. Mine is so painful, which means that I need it. If it hurts, it means you need it. So find that place. What have I been doing to myself? All that Pilates. And then work your way down the leg. And you can use your thumbs in your thighs as well. Oh, that is really painful for me today. I'm getting a thumbs up. What's that? Me, what? And I'm not sure what you're saying. You might have to type it in. And then take it down to the lower part of your leg. Thumbs across the front. Really applying pressure with the thumbs and fingers. Am I okay? Just about. I'm just about okay. Thank you for asking. Clearly needed it. If it hurts, you need it. So that's where I judge it. All right. Well done. And then we're going to do the feet as well. So again, Grant and Lucy, feel free to work together on this if you want to. Soles of the feet together, and you're going to use your thumbs and go from the heel, oh, that feels nice, all the way up to your toes. So from the heels, just rubbing your thumbs all the way up to your toes. So holding the front of your feet. And we're going to go inside, the thumbs on the inside, and you push, push, push. And that feels very, very nice indeed for me. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. If you can kind of like distance yourself from being the person doing the work and imagine someone else is doing it, it kind of feels kind of, which is difficult because it's also a workout for your hands as well. Lovely. Well done. That's going to be my special treat when eventually when salons and spas and things open up again. I'm going to treat myself to a lovely full body massage. It doesn't happen very often, but that is something I'm going to do for myself. Just lie down and let someone rub me. And that'll be my special, that'll be my gift to myself. Okay, well done everyone. So what we're going to do now is actually we're going to come onto our front. We're going to do a little bit more on the mat. So if you are sitting in a chair, you can do this. So Grant and Lucy, you can do this as pair work again, like tabletops. You're going to push against each other, and you're going to round the spine and arch the back. Round the spine and arch the back. And if you're on the floor, we're going to do the same thing on the floor. In tabletop, we're going to push the floor away, chin to chest, round the spine, and then lengthen, 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 lengthen. Stretch out the belly as well. Inhale, push the floor away. And exhale, lengthen. Really, really lengthen that back. Watch out for any issues with the lower back. I don't want anyone to overarch their back that they're hurting themselves. So just listen to your back. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take circles. So actually I'll do it this way so you can all see me. So here we're going to take circles. We're going to come forwards and then we're going to come down into child's pose. forwards and down into child's pose. And Grant and Lucy, you guys can do the same thing. So you're going to have your hands together and you circle around like this, holding hands or pushing hands, and you can circle around like that. Good. So we circle round and then sink down. And we come back up, over the front and down. Big circular movements. And I have my knees open slightly. And then we're going to switch ways, other side, so circle the other way. Coming up, big circle round, and down into child's pose. Good. Walk your hands back to your knees, tuck your toes underneath, and push back onto your heels. So just take a little rock forwards and backwards. A little ball. And that should feel nice on your calf muscles and nice on your feet. And Grant and Lucy, you can roll up in a little ball in a seated position. Just rock forwards and backwards if you want to. And then we send the heels to the floor and the bottom up. Hold your elbows in your hands and bend your knees. We're going to relax here. And then release the arms. And slowly roll up bone by bone, head to the last thing to come up. I'm just going to move my laptop up here so we can do some full body work. That's it. And feel free, obviously, to do this in the chair. I'm going to give you pointers for things that you're going to need to do. Okay, so this part of the session, we work on allowing our bodies to become free. We are going to release control of our bodies. We're going to allow our bodies to take on a mind of its own and be completely free from our control. Okay, and I can already see you guys starting to sway. Oh, I love this exercise. Okay, so I'm going to guide us through it. We're going to use this as a movement meditation. Okay, so think of this as being a meditation that you are moving through. All right, so we're going to start standing or sitting. Really ground your feet, really root your feet to the spot that you're on. So eventually our body will move, but our feet will stay grounded, and that's how we're going to work through this exercise. So your arms are going to be down by your sides, and we're going to close our eyes. So for now, we're going to try and be still. Try and find stillness through the body. We're going to breathe in through the nose and breathe out and release. With each in-breath, we're going to lift and lengthen our head all the way up to the ceiling. And with each out-breath, we're going to allow our shoulders to melt down our spine. Breathing in, lifting and lengthening. Breathing out, down through the shoulders, down through your feet. So with each out-breath, you want to really feel that sense of grounding, that base, grounding, earthing, rooting of your feet on your mat. Really know that you are supported, know that you are held, and that you are secure. Whether your feet are on a chair or on the floor, that feeling underneath your feet is your grounding feeling, your sense of belonging, your sense of safety. Okay? And you can visualize yourself, if you want to, as a tree. So they're your roots, and then your body is the trunk. And then maybe you want to lift your arms up to the ceiling. And imagine you've got these beautiful leafy branches. Fingers, your head, your arms are just an extension of this tree. And maybe as the wind blows, you allow the body or the tree that you are to respond. Very gently, very subtly. If you would prefer, Maybe you can imagine that you are some kind of sea plant or river reed. So again, your roots are earthed in the sea or riverbed, and your arms, your body, your head, your hands, all free to flow through the water. You can choose whatever you want to be. You can be in water, you can be in the air. Soften your ankles, soften your knees, soften your hips, soften your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, all of your joints, your knuckles, your neck, shoulders, and allow everything to just be loose and free. And maybe as the water or the wind picks up, it takes your body up high. Perhaps it brings you down low. Maybe you move really vigorously, or maybe you just subtly sway. Maybe the water moves around you and it causes you to twist and swirl, but still your feet stay in the same position. Your roots, the trunk, the plant, whatever it is, keeps you grounded. Notice how free and elegant and beautiful and fluid your body has become. Maybe you're finding it hard to let go. Just keep trusting the movements, trying not to control anything. And then slowly, the river, the sea, the wind, whatever's motivating your movement, slows down, comes to almost stand still. And our bodies respond accordingly. Arms down by our sides. And let's just connect back with our breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth or the nose. In fact, let's breathe out through the mouth. Inhale, big exhale. As we breathe air back in to our bodies and out, connecting back as ourselves. And just take a few mindful moments to acknowledge how you feel in this moment, how your body feels now. If anyone's body feels like mine feels incredibly tingly. My whole body's tingling. Don't know if anyone else is experiencing that. And also just to take this moment just to reflect on how you found that exercise. Did you enjoy it? Were there any blocks this week? Did it feel easy and fluid? Did you feel self-conscious or silly, or did you just feel free and easy? And remember, there's no right or wrong way to feel. We'll take a nice deep breath in. Take the arms up to the ceiling. Palms together above your head. And exhale, bring your chin to your chest, and we're going to roll back down. Soften the knees. Back down to your mat. And we're going to come back down to a seated position. I'm just going to grab my laptop. I can see some of you are sharing. That's fine. The option's always there to share. I know sometimes you just need to get these things off your chest, and that's fine, but feel free to keep it to yourself as well. There's benefit to both of those things. And as these comments come through, I'm seeing them. I'm glad you're sharing, and I'll go through them. We'll go through them at the end of the session today. Okay, lovely. All right, I wanted to do a little exercise with you guys. Let's have a just quick check on something. Okay, so we're going to do, oh no, I've just noticed the time. We'll do this, we'll do this exercise in Shavasana. I'll do a little sound bath and we'll do a little bit of goal setting as well. That's what we'll do. We'll combine the two. So let's all lie down and get nice and comfy. The best bit. After all that vigorous movement. So feel free, if you're sitting in a chair, to recline the chair if it goes back. Feel free to lie on the floor, lie on a couch. Some people even are in their bed. I do this class for some of my private clients in the evening, and I always do it at about 8:15, and this part of the session normally happens about 9:15, so some people just get into bed and they just go to sleep. It's quite funny, and they just fall asleep and they don't wake up, and I've just basically talked them to bed. I've like given them a bedtime story. It's quite funny. So we're gonna lie down on our surface. Take a few moments to get yourself comfortable. And if you can't get yourself comfortable, don't worry, because maybe as the meditation goes on, you'll start to become more comfortable. I'm going to move forwards. And we're going to work with a bit of sound again. We did this the last couple of weeks. So we're going to keep this going. Let me move this over here. Okay. So what I'll do is we'll start off guiding you into a nice calm state, and then I'll get myself sorted. Okay, so we're going to use the singing bowl and some chimes again. So just allow yourself to become as calm. Oh, you guys look so cozy. Just allow yourselves to be as comfortable as you can be on the surface that you're on. And when you're ready, just closing your eyes. I want to get in. Closing your eyes and connecting with your breath. Just allowing that breath work to start to happen for you. Long, deep breaths in through the nose and slow releasing breaths out. Placing your tongue behind your top teeth and allowing the muscles in your face to just relax. Allowing that sense of relaxation to travel down your neck, down your arms and your shoulders and down your back. And with each out breath that you take, I want you to try and allow the feelings to come to the surface that you're on. So we're really focusing on the out breath, and the out breath is going to ground us. So notice every point of your body that is in contact with the surface that you're on, and breathe out to that place. And notice how supported you are. Notice how held and loved you are. Feel grounded, feel earthed, releasing any tension that you're holding on to, so that you don't have to hold your body. You can completely surrender, knowing that you are safe, you are held and that you are loved. With each in-breath, you're going to really focus on this sense of lightness, a real sense of lightness through the body, almost like you could fly, almost like you're just drifting, floating above your mat. But remember, the out-breath is grounding you. The in-breath is lifting you. So you've got this lovely balance of feeling safe and secure and light and free. And you can just keep moving through these two with your breath so that you're in a really lovely, calm, balanced state. And you can just stay here with this lovely dance of security and freedom while I use some sound bowls and chimes to create some nice sounds for you guys, and just allow your mind to go to wherever it wants to go to. Allow it to drift and wander. And if it starts going too far off, just take it back to your breath again. The lightness and the grounding and the sounds that you hear. connecting back with your breath. Placing your hands on your chest or your heart center. And just breathing into your hands. Feeling the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe. Inhaling and exhaling, and just taking a moment to be really grateful for your breath. Really grateful for that in-breath and that out-breath. Grateful that our body, our wonderful, miraculous body, does this for us without even having to think. That we trust that our breath is there for us in order for us to function and to do all the incredible things we're able to do. So just take a moment to be really grateful for your breath, for your life, and for this moment. Allow yourself to be really grateful for the experiences that you have and the time that you give yourself to enhance your well-being and to really give yourself the gifts that you deserve. For taking time for yourself today in this way is a really wonderful and beautiful thing that you can do for yourself. Helping your mind and your body to heal, setting good intentions, checking in with yourself, and becoming your own best friend are all really positive, powerful steps that you're doing for yourself. But just remind yourself of how brilliant and how wonderful you are. And thank yourself for the time that you treat and you give yourself in these sessions and beyond. Gently moving the fingers and toes, and just draw your knees into your chest and give them a nice big hug. Drawing your knees into your chest and giving them a nice big hug. And then when you're ready, rolling onto your side and coming up into a seated position. If you're in a chair and you're leaning back, then you can come back up to an upright position. And then coming back to sit for our final internal weather check. So, sitting upright, closing our eyes and just connecting with the breath one more time. In through the nose and releasing out. Connecting and lengthening that breath. Placing your tongue behind your top teeth and allowing the muscles in the face to relax. Feeling grounded through your sit bones and a lightness through the top of your head. And just asking yourself one more time today, what is your internal weather like? What's my internal weather like? That's what you're going to ask yourself. If my thoughts, feelings, emotions, mood had a weather forecast right now, what would it be? And I'm going to sound the bowl to mark the start of the meditation, and then I'll sound the bowl to mark the end. Okay, connecting back with the breath and gently opening your eyes. Inhale, taking those arms all the way up, and exhale, bring them down. Nice big circles around your body. Little stretch to wake up, and then take the hands above the head in prayer position. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, bring those hands down past your face, lifting and lengthening your head, locking your hands into your heart center, and again, just giving yourself a really big smile. Really big smile, congratulating yourself, and have a wonderful week ahead, and I'll see you all in a couple of weeks. Thank you all for being such amazing, open-minded, incredible people. I've really enjoyed the last few weeks working with you guys, and I look forward to working with you more on this. So if you've joined us on the recording, lots of love. See you in a couple of weeks. And if you're live with us now, we've still got about 5 minutes left of the session, so we're going to hang around and share a little bit our experiences. If you want to get on the live classes, then you can do they're 4 o'clock every Wednesday, but not next Wednesday.